Okay, so we've got everything made at this point, and so now we just got to bring it together, right? And then double check our files one more time to make sure we're good to go, and then this treatment will be complete. So we're going to say File and New, and I want to make a big file. I'm going to go ahead with print file, and I think I'm going to do like a tabloid, and that's 11 by 17 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and make it horizontal or landscape, and I'll say OK to that after I throw my inches in here. Great. Okay, so I just want to put a little bit of information on here for context. And so what are we creating? Okay, well, we are creating essentially a presentation file, or we're creating a portfolio file, so something like that. Okay, it's that way the client can see everything all at once. So I am going to go ahead and create just kind of like some text up here on the top that just explains what it is. So I've been using my friend's Countryside. I know I started with like the Arby's text, right? But I was just, playing around with what a corporate logo could be. So anyway, I have my friend's Countryside Vet logo, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and put here. Countryside Veterinarian. And I'm going to call this treatment 1, because that's what it is. I'm going to make this a little bit larger. And I'm pretty sure I spelled veterinary wrong. Let's open up something. I love it. I spelled something correctly. Veterinary. Yeah. Veterinary. There we go. That looks better. Spell something right the entire time you're working on it, and then when you have to put it in something like that, you spell it wrong. That's not good. So I'm going to go ahead and say Countryside Veterinary, and I'm going to also put it in the text that we're working with. So let's see. I believe we have it installed. There he is. Athelis. And let's put it in bold. And make it a little bit bigger. There we are. Ooh, look at that. 1 kind of looks like a Roman numeral 1. Now, that's actually I should mention that putting this in here in this text is probably a bad idea, because this could take away from the logo. I'm going to put in here in kind of a more of a generic text. Maybe, definitely not Hello Princess. Maybe something like a Helvetica or an Avenir. Something I know I'm not using, right? Yeah, something like that could work out a little bit better probably. And I'm going to just start opening up my files. So here we are. I have my CMYK logo. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to copy it. And if you're thinking that this assignment has got a ridiculous amount of opening and closing and copying and pasting, you would be correct. So we have that. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little text under here, center it, and I'm just going to go ahead and call it CMYK version. And I'm going to grab my stuff here, and I'm going to say object and group. And I'm going to do that so I can easily go ahead and select these things, grab the center part, and utilize my align center to align that in the center. Okay, so got that. Let's take a look at our gray logo. Let's open that up. Select all, copy, paste. Let's open up our spot logo. Okay, copy it. Could I have done what I'm doing right now in Photoshop? Yeah, probably. But I don't know. I like Illustrator better, I think, so that's why I'm doing it here. And so we should probably like put what these things are on here, right? So so we have the grayscale, we have the spot color. So we'll call this grayscale, and we'll call this 2 color spot. That looks pretty good. And I want these to, again, be consistent. So I'm going to grab this here and I'm going to center my text. I'm going to grab these two things. I'm going to click on. Ooh. Let's grab this first and group it. Then grab these two things and center my text. That's a little better. Now let's grab this and group it. Command G. Now let's grab these two things. Center my text. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now, how do we go ahead and judge this space in between here? There are tons of ways in which we can do this. I have a super simple way to do it. Decide what you're happy with. I'm happy with that. I'm going to make a box. And that box is going to be not black, but probably more like red in color, so it stands out. And I'm going to make the opacity about 50. So this way I can see through the box. And I'm going to zoom right in and I'm going to make sure that that box is on the exact edge of that and that this text is also sitting right at the bottom of that box. And how do I do that? Well, again, zoom in quite a bit and hold your shift key down and just move it until those, not the round parts of the letters, but these other ones are right on that baseline. And voila, you got it, okay? So now we know the exact spacing here. There's multiple ways to do spacing, by the way. I just do this old way that someone taught me quite a while ago. It's very simple, and it always works. It's my favorite part of it. It always, always, always works. There isn't a funky command that you got to do or anything like that. So I like it. I like simple. And it doesn't matter what version of Illustrator. You can be in Illustrator 2 and it works. Cool. Okay. Oh, let's not delete that. We're going to need that one more time. So again, we got those. Let's make sure we're all centered. We are. Great. You know, I might put a second line underneath here that just says what my colors are too. And so to know that, I got to go look at them really quick. Because I don't really know. Oops. So let's see, we have Pantone 294U and Pantone 122U. Okay, and I just realized I could have looked at it over here on this one, and they were there too. So, okay, Pantone 294U, Pantone 122U. Pantone 294U and 122U. And I'll just make that a little bit smaller. Probably like, I don't know, something like 18. That looks pretty good. And you know, this black is also a Pantone, so I should probably throw that on there too. Right, so. And that is Pantone Neutral Black C. There, okay, got all my info now. Now I can grab this and group it. I can grab this and group it, and that's Command G that I'm hitting, or Control G on a PC. All right, and then I'm almost done, right? One more thing I want to do. I need to go ahead and I need to place an image in here. File and place. And what am I going to place? I'm going to pick not my Photoshop file. While I do that, I'm just not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and pick probably the PNG, just because I want to see how the compression worked. Really, more than anything else, that's kind of what I wanted to see. So the completed files, here's the PNG, and I'm just going to have the large one and say place. And I can link it, or I could place it directly in. This is a small, actually, it's not really a small image. It's a decent sized image. So I'm probably going to go ahead and, no, you know, I'll just place it in there. It's okay. It's going to just make a little bit larger file, but that's not a big deal. And I'll just drop it. How about right there? Perfect. Okay. It looks a little shaky when we, you know, are zoomed out here. When I get closer in, it's nice and crisp, right? But at first, it looks kind of funky, right? That's kind of normal when we're looking at a raster image over here in Illustrator. That's a normal thing. So don't get all weirded out if that's happening on your computer. And then let's go ahead and let's steal that text one more time. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here. Drop this right at the bottom of that one right there. Oops. Okay. Bring this in close so I can see what I'm doing. Drop that right there. Now we can get rid of that red one. And I'm going to call this, this is going to be called Enhanced RGB PNG. Because that's what it is. With drop shadow. Or how about this? Because it's got bevels too. So how about with layer styles? And there we are. That's pretty good. That's a nice explanation of what's going on here. Let's make this 18 points like the rest of them are. Really quick though, I think we should probably take this text and we should just go ahead and put a value in here for your lighting. Maybe like 25. The reason for is this 2 and this spot are really starting to hit each other, and not in a good way. Okay, great. Grouped, Command G or Control G on a PC. Grab both of these things. Oh, I locked that. Let's unlock it. Grab both of these things, center them, group them. Okay, great. Now we just got to place it. So I think we can do kind of like something like this, or maybe nah, little big. That's okay. I brought them over full size. So let's go ahead and let's go object transform and scale, and let's bring them down. I don't know. How about 80%? Oh, that'll totally work. Okay, great. And now I'm going to go ahead and just sort of lay this out here with this right next to it. And I'm going to turn on smart guides. Didn't realize they weren't on there for a minute. There we go. And smart guides are great because what they're going to do is they're going to let me know when I'm kind of got things lined up. Okay. I can also go ahead and turn on my rulers, Control or Command R. I'm going to make a little guide here. Smart guides don't really want to work right now just because I've got 2 lines of text and only 1 here. So I'm just going to do it by hand. Just like this. Okay. And, you know, I'm just going to take this countryside here and I'm going to bring it right up to this edge too. And what I'm going to do next is, again, something pretty simple. I'm going to I want equal spacing between all these things. So I'm just going to make a rectangle again. Okay, it's that simple. Make it a different color, throw an opacity on here so we can see through here, and zoom in. Okay. And if it ends up not working out, like, I'm not going to change the size of the rectangle. I'll just modify the size of everything just to compensate. There we go. Perfect. Oops. Let's move this rectangle onto this side. Line this up. Because I don't care if the text makes things kind of look out of whack. It's those circles. That's what people are going to be looking at, right? So we want to make sure that they line up okay. Just like this. Now this last one. Yeah, this is going to fall off the page. Oh no, woe's me. Don't worry, we're going to make it work. All right, so let's grab all these things. Let's just make it a little smaller. And group them. And let's go ahead and simply go to Window and align those to the center of our page. Show options, align to artboard. So right there. And align to the artboard. And there we go, guys. Here's Countryside Veterinary treatment number 1. Okay? And you know, you can go ahead, and if you need to or want to, you've got a lot of open space, so you could actually put more information here, like things like fonts used. That's not a bad idea, right? If we went ahead and put something like that. Again, you want to think about your client. Fonts used. And whoop. It was, let's see, what was it called? Here it is, Athelas, Athelas. And I believe it was standard, or excuse me, regular. Let's make this look like 18 as well, with 25-point leading. There we go. Your client, or whoever you end up handing this file off to, will ridiculously appreciate you for putting that information on there like that. They will love you for it. So I think I'm done with this. I'm going to say save as, and this is a completed file, and I'm going to go ahead and call this my tag, logo 1 presentation. And I'm going to save this in 2 kinds of formats. First, I'm going to save it as an AI. Say OK to that. And I put it in the AI folder. And I'm going to save it one more time as a PDF. Because most people would be looking at those presentation type things, usually in something like an Acrobat. So we're going to go ahead and save that. And there we are, guys. We have gone through making a logo. We've gone through, picking the fonts that you want to use. We've gone through, playing around with colors. We've gone through, converting it to spot, to grayscale, saving correctly. We've gone through moving it to Photoshop correctly, enhancing it a little bit and subtly. We've gone through a whole bunch of different things. So you should have no problem, getting your logos together. Remember, you need to do 2 treatments, and they are going to be based on the corporate logos that I give you. You have to do a logo rebrand on those. So good luck, and please let me know if you have any problems. Thank you.